Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Minecraft.
I like the idea that Fanning's doing the next one. I don't even know what the next one is, so.
Dude.
I'll just do cartoons then.
Okay.
Dude, oh god, for 4 hours. Keep the
Now I'm
theme
going to
up.
get cartoons from the 80s for this guy. Grandpa
I'm
over
not
here,
that old.
so he knows what I'm talking about.
Yo,
we get to we start.
Yo, guess what I did?
Heathcliff.
Guys, guess what I did yesterday?
What did you do
Facts,
yesterday,
dude.
Rob?
I wandered around Boston for 45 minutes in the goddamn rainstorm.
Whoa, you too, man?
Yo,
Yeah,
that's kind
my
of
feet are still wet, by the way.
You know what the best part is I probably could have cut that time in half. I just walked in a straight line.
True.
What? What do you mean?
A few of us were talking, Matt. I didn't want to say anything to you because I thought you might kill us.
Yeah.
But like quite a few
Oh,
of
is
us
that why
think
you were a
that
mile
there were-
behind?
Quite a few of us think that there was a much faster route we could have taken.
No. You know why
Explain-
it took
Yeah.
you know why it took longer?
Why?
Because we kept having to wait for you guys to catch up.
I
Also,
don't
it was
think
also, it
that's
was raining.
necessarily why.
yeah, we kept
It
stopping.
was
Also,
raining
we were
all the way
moving-
there too.
Yeah, but we didn't
No.
stop.
Also, that path only that okay, so okay, here's what it is. So we got off right around the Commons, right?
Mhm.
The Commons to the convention center. That walk
Yes.
that we did, that is about half of the way there. Like there is still a significant. We still have to go like a pretty fair distance to get to Faneuil Hall from the Commons. It's not like Faneuil Hall is right there.
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? I'm telling you how the city is structured.
I mean, that's part of the reason. Look, I'm not saying I was the one that said we could.
Oh, now he's backing down.
No,
Now he's
I
backing
just said
down.
a few of
Now
us
he's done with
said
it.
Now he's backing down.
I'm
Okay.
always gonna be a fun death.
What we could either way, basically, if you make a square.
I,
Are you
I'm
familiar with the shape?
With shapes, yes.
We were going from like if it was like we are going from the bottom left corner to the top right corner, it was just which way do we go? One way is the way that the other way we could have gone was a hard, basically a right angle. The other way was like had more twists and turns. I genuinely don't know the difference between walking in both of them in similar conditions, but I can tell you that they're mostly the same. If I was out walking in Boston, I would not consider it be a significant difference either way. I was the way that I thought would make the most sense.
Okay.
And when you got like, because also like when I'm walking around on my own, it's just me.
Mhm.
I don't care which way I go. But suddenly it's raining. Everyone's talking about how it's raining while it's raining, which was driving me insane.
Well, that's why. That's why I was. I mean, A, I was keeping to the back, but B, I was also just like silently walking because it was like there's no benefit in talking about how cold and wet I
Yeah,
am.
you were silent.
You're gonna have different definitions of silent.
Mm.
And I'm like, okay, well, I don't necessarily know which way is faster in the moment. I really can't take my phone out and have people waiting for me to check the times each way. I also don't know, like, I'm not like normally I would just not stop for cars. We had to cross streets a bunch, but I'm not doing the Boston thing where you would just ignore traffic because it's raining. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I just did whatever I thought that way was faster. Maybe it's not. I knew which way I was going the whole time though. And I can tell you it's not significantly different.
If you knew which way you were going the whole time, then There was one point where it seemed like you were genuinely confused for a couple of minutes.
Because I am very quick to doubt myself, even in situations where I know I'm right.
Oh, okay.
As opposed, I mean, I do this all the time.
First
Yeah.
time.
Not the first time. I do this all of the time, especially when I'm like ever arguing with people. Even if I know I'm right, I'm always going to inherently be like, maybe we should check, because I just, as opposed to being someone who thinks they are right all the time and never change that ever, even if they have no reason to think they're right, always think they're right. I'm the complete opposite, where I always will doubt myself, especially in situations where I'm a tiny bit stressed out.
Matt, you just described a person I feel like we know.
Shut up.
Calm down.
Maybe you can determine where that came from. But yeah, like when I stopped to check the map, I was like, oh, I'm like, it should just be straight ahead. And then I looked at it. Well, the first map I checked didn't have the
You are here
thing, so I'm like, well, that's not helping me.
Dumb map.
But then the next map we went by, I was like, we should just be straight ahead. And then I looked at it and it's like Faneuil Hall straight ahead. So I'm like, I know where I'm going. Just in those situations, I start to doubt myself. So I just stopped to check.
Oh, by the way, what? Hey, you know why I was in Boston?
Why are you in Boston, by the way? Why are we all in Boston
Yeah, why
at the
were-
same time?
Actually, you know what? Wait a minute.
Oh, wait, you guys
Where are we
there?
walking
Wait.
from and to?
Wait, before we get to this, I'd like to play devil's advocate a little bit.
Oh no!
God.
Oh,
Matt loves
everyone loves a
this.
devil's advocate.
So,
No, they don't. Not everyone loves a devil's advocate.
No, I know.
Wow, being a real devil's advocate there, huh?
goddamn. But anyways, so I'm playing both sides here. So Matt, to give you credit, I never doubted your ability to guide us to the right place.
Nor did I.
Because I, for one, couldn't see half my vision was blocked by my hood, so I had no idea where the fuck I was going.
You guys could see. I couldn't see through my glasses. I literally Matt was my seeing eye dog.
I also thought I saw like the state building like 3 times while we were going there.
Play the
I do
I'm-
remember you saying a couple
Yeah.
of times, "Oh, that's a state building."
And then I get to it and I'm like, oh, it's not, because I can't see anything because it's nighttime and it's raining.
Yep. One thing I will say to support Rob is that there was one turn that we could have done to get us like a much straighter path to Margaritaville. Instead, we kind of went around a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I can tell you 100% there was another one also like that, but that one I caught before I did it.
Oh, that's what. Because I think I was saying the same thing where we were
'Cause
at
there
like
was
sort of
once-
an intersection. You weren't sure if you wanted to go straight or right.
Yeah.
We ended up going straight. And I was like, "Cool, we'll just stick with it," because you said they're probably roughly the same distance.
Yeah,
But
I
then
thought
suddenly
for
you
some-
disappear from my vision and turn around. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
And at that point, I was too wet to be like, I don't care if this takes another 5 minutes or another 7 minutes. I'm as wet as I can physically be in this moment.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
get we passed the wetness threshold a long time ago.
Bro, we
Yeah.
met the wetness threshold within the first 2 minutes of starting the walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
That's
you
why-
so if
that's
you
why
got
after we left Margaritaville, I didn't buy a poncho. It was like, I'm already so like, there's no point.
I mainly did it because I had stuff in my bag and I was worried about it getting wet.
The only thing I was concerned
I did
about
because I had a
getting
dry
wet-
shirt on.
The only thing,
True.
Fair.
the only thing I was concerned about getting wet was my
Your
phone.
mom.
Your mom.
Wow.
Wait, what were
Anyone
you
else
worried
want
about?
to say your
Wait.
mom or
Wait, Rob, what were you
Your
worried
mom
about getting wet?
got 'em.
my phone?
Oh, your phone. I was worried about some of the stuff that I had procured during the day.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you
Yeah.
procure during the day? And where?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah,
wait,
actually,
wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I feel like we all procured some
I
stuff
feel-
during the day.
Yeah.
Oh, I did procure. I didn't. How do you know? I did procure some stuff that day.
The lads do not talk about PAX East for 2 hours.
Yeah. We skirt around the fact.
So yes, that walk was from PAX East to Margaritaville.
From the Boston Convention Center to Margaritaville, a pilgrimage, if you will.
to Jimmy
Yeah.
Buffett's.
Yeah, PAX
First
East was cool,
place.
man.
Cool.
It's always cool, man.
In my
Cool, man.
opinion, a little bit mid this year.
A little
Just in
bit.
my-
There
little bit
wasn't a
mid
lot
this
of
year.
the panel lineup was a little
Yeah.
bit, but like that
Yeah.
I had no idea about that Mario Kart one. That one turned out to be really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that was
that
fun.
was actually.
No, it was awesome. That was way
What,
cooler than
here's-
I even expected.
Is
Gee,
Failboat and
I've-
J-Moji?
J-Moji, I
Yeah,
think. I'd heard of
J-Moji.
Failboat before.
I've heard of Failboat
had-
before. I have
I
never
had
heard
heard-
of J-Moji.
I've ended up following them both on Twitter just so I could kind of keep up with what they were doing. I had no idea they were going to do a bunch of crazy green screen stuff. I was immediately
Yeah.
interested.
Yeah, none of that was mentioned in the description of it. It says it's just gonna be a tournament where
Yeah,
we play along. So I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I like Mario Kart. So that's
Yeah, we
why I
like
wanted to
Mario
go.
Kart
That
here.
was quite good.
Yeah, the green
Now
screen
that-
stuff.
Because like basically what happened was the bit behind it was like they were arguing who the better character was, Rosalina or King Boo, and they were
King Boo all
selling
the way.
it. Just
Oh, King Boo, absolutely.
King Boo all
all
the
the way.
False.
Matt is.
hey, you're on King Boo's side. Sorry, buddy.
I didn't know that where we sat was part of it until like
Sorry,
halfway
you were
through,
there.
and I'm like, I'm on the wrong side.
It was-
I didn't
Yeah.
know that sitting on which
God
side
decided
was
for you.
part of it until
Yeah, I was there.
now.
Yeah,
but
the
yeah,
whole right side of the room
Hey,
looking at
hey
the screen
Dustin.
was
Hey
King
Dustin.
Boo.
Speaking of where people were, where were you January 6th?
Whoa.
You don't got an
There's
answer
So
for you.
about Pat.
I was at work.
Yeah, I work
watching
at the
OAN like
Capitol,
other-
huh? Delivering mail to the Capitol building, I see.
You just happen to be
Even at
delivering.
work.
You happen to be delivering a lot of packages, like pitchforks and signs.
Mhm.
And torches already lit.
Interesting.
The plot thickens.
Bruh.
But,
I'll
so
have you
anyways,
know, I
they
was in
decided-
Margaritaville January 6th.
you have a different reason that we ask you why you're January 6th, but we'll get to that later. But so it's like basically they would get people from the audience to play Mario Kart against each other on this big screen, but they had like these green screen effects that they had filmed prior that would go on the
Like-
Mario Kart that they were playing.
Like smoke effects. There was one where Failboat was holding up a green screen that was smaller than him, and he was moving it around and struggling.
Yeah, it started off pretty tame. It was like, oh, okay, he
Yeah.
has like money falling and coins falling, like
Yeah.
smoke.
Oh, here's a random stock stock image.
Yeah. But then immediately after that, it's him, just a video of him running around with a tiny little green screen.
We're playing a band.
There was one time he just played a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That 2019.
And then they keyed out or they cropped out like the game, and then like the Mario Kart game feed was in the thing. It was really cool.
Yeah,
I was trying.
it was really cool.
I was trying to
really well
figure
done.
out. I was trying to figure out how they were doing it the whole time, and I think it was pretty.
And to
Pretty
answer
good.
everyone's burning questions, King Boo won. That's
Unfortunately,
round.
Boo won a nail biter at the end. Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't really a nail biter, but it was like 3-3 for the 7 races.
2v2. I thought it was 2v2. I thought it was.
think
I thought it was out of 5 races.
No, I
no,
think
it
it
was,
was like
that was 7.
seven.
it was
Oh.
definitely 7.
Yeah.
In my heart of hearts, I believe that it was 7.
Yeah,
I
it
know
was
a lot of
definitely
us missed the first race, but
Yeah, and the King Boo guy, he was in first place as well. Like because it was 10 CPUs in there as well. It wasn't like a 1v1. The dude gets to the finish line, turns around,
my
and
God.
backs up
reverses.
into the finish line. The ultimate BM in Mario Kart. He pulls that up at the end.
Did him dirty.
Did him
dirty.
absolutely
I loved
dirty.
it. I was like, oh, that's great.
There's also a point where someone, while blind, did a blue cell dodge with a mushroom. That was sick.
oh yeah, that was
Oh, yeah.
incredible.
That's a hard one to do as well. Like
Mhm.
the
timing.
boombox one, that's easy. But to do it with the mushroom, that's
Doing it with the mushrooms is not that
it takes
bad,
you to get
actually.
it's not that bad, but it still
But
takes
doing
you
it while
to
you're
do
not
it.
able to see that well, yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
The boombox, killing a blue shell with a boombox is something you can just happen to do
Yeah.
on your own one time and be like, oh, that works. The
Right.
the mushroom thing, you have to like, you're pretty much guaranteed the way you're going to do it is you see someone do it and then you learn how to do it and then you practice it. You're not just going to do it.
Yeah.
And if you do it just accidentally, you're not even going to realize that you did it.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's insane though.
Yeah.
Um,
And that was one of 2 panels we went to.
Yeah.
Well, at least for me, I
no,
don't know
yeah.
if you guys went to.
No, that was the only 2 that I went to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we only did the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think you guys could have really went. Yeah, because again, there really wasn't a lot of panels that caught our eye this year.
I gotta say, the D&D Beer Tabletop whatever panel.
Yeah,
It
you
was
gotta
kinda-
say.
It was kind of mid.
It was okay.
Yeah, Georgia, you sure you weren't distracted?
Yeah, we're distracted
Oh,
by
sorry.
someone on the panel.
Are you
Someone
sure
that
you sure you just weren't distracted the whole time?
planning on
No.
life and kids
All right, look,
with, I'm
I
pretty
can
sure,
multi-
a married woman.
Is she?
I think she mentioned having kids at least.
The devastation in his voice when you said that.
Really?
He was so really.
No,
Hey,
no, no.
are you
See
serious? I don't have a chance.
The kid part, I think she meant as like her
Like,
players.
Her, yeah, you also huffing
Oh.
copium over there.
Shut up.
I think you might be right. I think they may have either referred to their players or their campaign as their child.
Yeah.
I definitely understand referring to players as children.
I thought.
hey,
Also, just referring
he's
to
right.
like creative
He is
like
right.
outlet as a
Yeah, but also
familial.
referring to my players as acting like children.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, no,
I
that's true.
I
Yep.
definitely can.
Georgia, you're playing as a plant.
Yes, I know. But anyways, I thought it was kind of mid just because they didn't include like a whole lot. It wasn't as structured as I expected it to be.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of supposed to be like a conversation
Oh.
panel anyway, so
Yeah.
I didn't really have high expectations for it. I thought it was fine.
I was just going because everyone else was going pretty much. I was like, all right.
Yeah, it wasn't my kind of panel. I wouldn't say it was bad.
No.
Just
I
No,
enjoyed
don't
it.
think it was bad. I just
Say it was mid.
yeah.
To be more specific, it was about D&D and how to like incorporate like the importance of incorporating like slice of life
Downtime.
stuff for
Yeah.
downtime. Yeah.
It was just I just read that and I was like, that's something I don't think I do, or I don't think I do very well.
Right.
So I was like, oh, I should at least hear people talk about it.
So Matt, when's our beach episode?
I know.
When's your beach episode? You want?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I fucking do.
In the Arctic.
In the Arctic?
In
Yeah.
the Arctic.
It's gonna be so bad for my.
Even though he
Fines.
literally has a beach in the south.
It's gonna be a plastic beach episode, and you're all gonna listen to gorillas.
That being
I love gorillas.
said,
Oh, you-
Oh, way ahead of you, buddy. 3 steps ahead at all times.
You got me.
Got us.
You got me. I got my face.
that being said, though, Matt, I mean, the whole campaign you're doing this time around is so different that I think it lends itself better to having those kinds of moments.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost
Although-
feels like, I don't know if this is, I know you said we're going to be spending a lot of time in this city. It feels, I might have got, sorry, I might have just gotten a little distracted by something.
Yeah, Rob, as you're saying.
But like, it almost feels like we're going to be having an opportunity at some point to like almost have our own, like, I don't even want to say base of operations, quite literally our own house.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome because then you can have a little more fun with that and be like, all right, who's washing the dishes? Cool.
Not me.
You know,
Yeah, not the.
I will
not the,
tell
not
you
the
right
plant.
now. I will tell you right now that why am I blanking on his name? Vince is not the best cook, but he will definitely do the dishes. He doesn't mind doing dishes.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
I need water
Yeah.
and sunlight.
Yeah, who's gonna water the plant?
Vince can handle that.
Very important.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think I want to. Now that I know the plant's sentient, I don't want to water him.
Nah,
Like,
I'll
it brings like a
water
weird
him.
aspect to it.
Well,
I don't know how he's going to react when he's receiving the water.
Oh.
God.
I don't think it's gonna be like.
Oh
I mean, I guess I don't know.
God.
Georgia
I guess
decides that.
I guess it is up to Georgia to decide how his plant, his living plant responds to water.
Well, I wasn't going to make it sexual, but now I have to.
Oh, thank you for making me. Nope, not gonna say that and get recorded. Nope, thought better of it. Thought
That's
better
going.
of it.
Oh no, new voice line, so close.
Oh no,
Bro, I was ready to hit record.
no. So
Uh,
close, so close. Yeah, no, PAX was good. Got 2 games that now that I'm thinking about it, I have not checked to make sure that they're not water damaged.
Sealed, right?
no.
They should be fine though. I mean, they're both discs, so
yeah, they were sealed though, right?
yeah, they were in cases. They should be fine.
I thought the Final Fantasy one was like wrapped in plastic. So
I thought so as well.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, I'd have to double check. But yep, I now finally own a Final Fantasy game.
congratulations.
Well, we'll see how long it takes before I actually play it.
Yeah.
If ever.
No. Oh,
Dude, I own
Oh, good
quite
though.
a few video games that I have just like straight up never played. So like it's not
And
unheard
just
of
keep asking him like he does with
for me.
Shrek Retold and Danganronpa with Matt.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just twist the tables on him.
Oh my goodness. People always recommend games for me to play. Just the other day, someone I was talking with was like, Rob, you know what? You should play the Yakuza series. And I'm like, sure, I'll
Yo.
add that to the list of 1,000 games I'll probably never play.
Yo, Rob, for real though, you should play the Yakuza series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that good?
that's all. It's also on my list.
they're good.
It's-
It's funny.
They're wild, is what I've heard. I've seen some
Yeah.
clips and they're just wild.
Sorry, I'm a little busy playing Pokemon Crystal.
Pokemon
Honestly,
Advance
though,
Crystal.
haven't
How
done a
many
lot
more
of Crystal
times?
lately.
How many more times do you have to randomize Crystal before you've played it the same way again?
See, well, here's
You've
the
got to be
thing.
getting close.
No. Here's the thing, actually, is I recently played Crystal for the first time in months. The guy I had been doing a lot of Crystal rando with. He had gotten a new job that made it so that he could no longer do Tuesdays, which is when we were doing Crystal. And because of that, we stopped doing Crystal, and only recently did I play Crystal for the first time in like 4 or 5 months.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I know.
I feel like that's too long.
Someone take all my
Oh,
shit.
Yes.
Saw a lot of Lethal Company people.
The high school
PAX East.
center.
Dude, so many
many.
people. So many Lethal Company people.
It was great. It was funny how many times seeing the Lethal Company would prompt everyone to start doing the default dance,
Hmm.
and that the one. In that
I
game.
saw like
Kind of-
I saw at least 30 different people.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. I did not see a single person do the default dance the entire time.
Rob,
There is
Really?
no doubt. There is no doubt in my mind that there were hundreds of people doing it, but I must have just been completely oblivious to all of it.
You?
I know me.
Oblivious?
I
I
saw all the people dressed in Lethal Company. I never did see the Bracken, even though I kept an eye out for him.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
want to
saw
see the
much
bracket.
banning.
I didn't see the bracket.
I saw people see the Lethal Company people and then start doing the dance.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I would prompt like everyone else to do it as well.
Yeah.
No.
It was really funny.
Like I said, no doubt in my mind it was happening. I just guess I didn't notice. I don't know.
Yeah, pay attention.
Hmm.
There
Yeah,
was a
no.
person doing the default dance on the escalator ride down into the
Nice.
expo hall.
Perfect.
Yeah. Right as we got there.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I just spilled water all over myself.
It's about the podcast, not the gameplay.
I don't think he was talking about the gameplay.
But what is life but a game? Rob the Gamer 115.
A highway.
True.
I'm gonna ride it and I'm
And
gonna
it-
play it all night long.
Ride it just like your mom. Got him.
Got him. God, not this again.
Yeah, we need to stop this.
Again, I
George A?
think this just might be the tail end of it.
George A?
Yeah,
I don't
no.
think so.
Nope, George A, I need you to admit
Explain.
I need you to admit that you have brought a great curse upon us and that you accept responsibilities for your actions. And then only then will we be able to heal.
Your mom brought a great curse upon me.
Struggled with that one.
I
What the
did.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
What does
Your
that
mom
mean?
did a curse upon me.
What is the numbers? What do they mean?
Your mom's gonna need to heal after I'm done with her.
Uh,
Yes, but I take responsibility for
That's
cursing
good.
us
That's good. That's good.
and cursing your mom.
Got him, boys.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
we're
know,
we're never.
you know the one
we're
thing I
never.
did see at PAX that was nice. That was there was a game that
They have
I
those
knew
now.
was coming out soon. It's actually a new Rugrats video game.
I did see that.
I'm one of the head guys in the Rugrats speedrunning Discord. Which is a very bizarre thing to say, but it's
Rob,
true.
it would be bizarre for anyone other than you.
Yeah.
But anyways, so as blah blah blah. I knew the game was coming out, and I saw it there. I was like, "Oh shit, this will be awesome! I want to try it and see if it's actually going to be any good for speedrunning." And it is actually a really solid game. It's a very simple game. It takes a lot of inspiration from Super Mario Bros. 2 specifically, in that you play as either one of four characters: Tommy, Chucky, Phil, Lil. They each have their own like abilities and stats, and it's a platforming game, 2D, just like Super Mario Bros. 2. What's really cool though is that while it's a 2D game, it's not really linear. I wish I had a good game comparison, but I can't think of one. But it's like it's almost like it's open-ended 2D.
Okay.
There is a start point to the level and an end point to the level, but it's up to you to kind of figure out which directions you should go and stuff. There were multiple routes you could take, so from a speedrunning perspective, it'd be very interesting to route it out. The only thing that I'm a little nervous about is, and it's hard for me to say based on the little bit that I saw, I kind of get the feeling that the game is going to be shorter than I'd like.
Like playtime was?
Yeah.
Isn't that good for a speedrun?
Not necessarily.
Kind of irrelevant for a speedrun, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of irrelevant.
You try to make it shorter anyways.
Yeah, I mean, a speedrun is just taking a game and making it as fast as possible. Just because a game is shorter doesn't make it a better game or a better speedrun.
Yeah, you're not necessarily
example-
you're not necessarily approaching zero. It's
Yeah.
not the end goal.
Like, for
Yeah.
example, because I mean, think about it like this. If approaching zero was the goal, then quite literally the best speed run is Clue for the NES, where you start the game, immediately guess, and hope that you guessed correctly. And the record is 1 second. That's technically the fastest speed run there is. It's kind of not a good speedrun game. Arguably not a good game. But there are a lot of good speedrun games and a lot of good games in general that are just way longer. I think this game is one that ideally you would want to see a speedrun of a game like that take somewhere around an hour to an hour and a half. That's kind of like what like a 2D Mario game would take. And I'm worried it's going to be more like a 25-minute run.
There's quite a few interesting games I saw at PAX East. I know there was one that was essentially just Punch Out, but
Yeah.
I don't
Saw
know,
that too.
seemed more modern, so it seemed
Mm.
pretty cool. There was one visual novel that had like 2 chickens dressed in mob suits, or what I saw. Which
Right.
just really caught my eye. I thought it was odd. Something I think I want to do in future PAX is take more time to actually like play
Play
those
those games,
games and
yeah.
stuff, or like not care that I have to wait in line for something. And like, okay, I'm just going to take the time to wait in here.
Fair
I
enough.
had never seen it before, but when I opened Steam today, there was a PAX East thing that showed all the games that were there.
Oh,
I
really?
remember
really?
seeing that last year.
Oh, I should check that out.
Yeah, I had never seen that before, but it was like
That
PAX
Punch
East,
Out
and
game
it
really
was like
interested me.
so that it might be there. I'm not sure.
But because I know this is slightly a problem I had last year, but way more this year, especially since we had so few panels we were interested in. Of how much just walking on the main floor, I did not look at anything. Like
I
that
did
huge,
a lot
that
of
huge
that.
convention floor got really small when you've done like 5 loops around it, spanning an
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah,
It's like, wow, this feels really small. I got
Well-
nothing to do right now.
but
To be
here's
fair
the
as well.
thing. Okay, yeah, go. You can go, Georgia.
So there was a decent amount of empty space as well that, like in previous years, was utilized by like other booths.
Yeah, I thought it seemed smaller too in that way. I wasn't so
Yeah,
sure if that was
definitely,
the case or
it
not.
definitely did. Definitely did.
But yeah, I feel like I just need to not care about lines and see more, take time to look at more things, not just walk around and do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we did the board game thing for a little bit this year.
Yeah.
We didn't really do that.
That was
before.
Yeah,
Here's the thing:
good.
is at least with the video games you're talking about, Dustin, I don't like doing those anymore so much. I don't like doing a lot of the demos because oftentimes, at least for me specifically, it generally takes a lot for me to actually get a game. Unless it's for the podcast, in which case I'll buy it, no questions asked, but
Or if it's 80 years old.
no.
like Fanning.
Bro, there's no need.
Well,
There's no
like-
need for that.
That stray was unnecessary, but appreciated.
Well, like, I cannot think of a single game where I played it at PAX and actually went ahead and bought the game afterward. And I think the issue for me is that if it's a game at PAX that or I should say the other thing is
Your seal.
I do a demo at PAX, but it's already a game I knew I was going to be getting. Like, for example, this Rugrats game I know I'm going to get. I had done a demo of Crash Insane Trilogy back when that came as well. I remember doing a demo at PAX. But, like, I already knew I was going to get the game. So, for me, it almost... I purposefully didn't do any demos. The only demo I did was that Rugrats game. Because I was like, realistically speaking, I don't see me buying the game. But on that same side of the coin, I wish I had spent more time with the board games.
Yeah,
That was the highlight of PAX for me.
Yeah, that
Was
risk game
us
was very
playing that
fun.
risk game for an hour and a half, and I'm so glad that we immediately bought it.
Yeah, they made past.
Because like I want to play it
they
again
made
already.
Risk
like-
fun.
The
yeah,
people
Yeah.
that often talk that have played Risk quite a bit. It is very true to say they made it
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
We were
Dude,
starting like, oh, dude, Risk is awesome.
All right, here's the thing. I genuinely do enjoy playing like the regular board game.
I
Yeah.
do.
I
First 3
really,
hours.
really.
It's the second
like-
3 hours.
The
Exactly.
thing is exactly like Georgia said. It is a long game, and if you don't have people who are as dedicated to the game as you, then it's not as fun. That's part of the reason why I don't ask about Risk anymore. Because while I would love to do another 6-7 hour game of Risk, I know that that's a tall ask, and I know that y'all probably wouldn't really want to do. And it's like, okay, I can respect that. This has a similar level of strategicness to it. It's different, but it has some similarities. And the games go real quick. I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
just
our longest
condensed
game,
version of
I
the
think our
game.
longest game still only took like 15, maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, if that even. And that was just our first game because we were still kind of learning the rules as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it called? Risk Strike, I think.
Yeah, Risk Strike.
But yeah, it worked out well. We did 3 games. Shout outs to the winners. Sound off. Winner here.
Me.
And then Georgia,
And
right?
George.
Yeah.
Did Georgia? Yeah, Georgia won the last
I
one.
did win.
Yeah, you won the third one.
He sounded like he won just now.
Oh my
I
God,
won.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, Fanning won first game. I won second. Georgia won third.
I went to war with Georgia, and it was great.
That was probably the highlight of the whole thing. Was you just I'm attacking this person with
I was like, I got to attack. Well, first I destroyed
you-
Fanning. First I
Yeah.
obliterated Fanning,
yes you did.
and then I was like, well, I got to fight the biggest guy now.
Well, I
You gotta
think
fight
it's
the next
better
biggest
to
guy.
explain. I think it's better to explain what happened before that, even.
Before what?
Well, so the prior game, you said, all right, my mantra is I'm just going to chill out and basically take a hands-off approach.
Isolationism.
And, right, and you immediately got wrecked. Like,
I
the
did.
game was over so
Yeah.
quick, and you were like, oh, shit.
Yes.
So, going into the next game, you were like, I'm going to take a different approach.
I'm gonna play
And
super aggressive and
You were going to play super aggressively. And I was like, all right. And then you very nearly won. The only reason that you did not win, Matt, is because I stopped you from winning, only to inadvertently have handed the game to Georgia.
Very true.
Like, I didn't realize it at the time, but I essentially took the win from you and gave it to Georgia. 100%. You deserve that.
Yeah,
win.
baby.
Yeah, baby.
It's one of those things where I wasn't looking too far ahead. I just knew if I don't stop you, then I lose and you win. But I had used all my cards and I was like, shit, now Georgia wins. But it was very interesting. And I really wish that we had more time to go check out some of the other new board games. Because, I mean, I don't know how much we really talk about it on the podcast, if at all, but like, once in a while, we do get together quite a bit and play a lot of board games. We haven't done it in a while.
Doing on a wall.
Mostly because we need a solid place to do them. And we
Yeah.
just don't have that. Like, I think I speak for all of us. If we had a easy place to host game nights, we would do them a lot more often.
I have a
Yeah,
solution.
Definitely.
All right,
also-
I'm hearing you out.
Tabletop sim. It's
We
tr-
tried that.
We tried that. Everyone just flips the table because it's funny.
You know the
Not only that, but I'm not nearly as invested in tabletop sim as I am in person. Like I've tried tabletop sim, not just with you all, but with others. I just can't get nearly as invested.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Tabletop sim, I think, is good for trying out new games, but then as soon as you're like, yeah, we like this game, just buy the physical one. I mean, it's basically a similar issue to D&D, where it's like, I think all of us, we had talked about it even at PAX, where we said we all want to do in-person D&D. I think all of us would love to do it. It's
But now
just a
we-
matter of having somewhere to host it. That's like the biggest.
yeah.
Speaking of D&D, you want to talk about the
D&D.
thing you won, Matt?
Yeah.
At
well,
PAX?
Mhm.
They haven't done it yet. I was waiting for that today, and they haven't done it yet.
Wait, who hasn't done what? Huh?
So we gambled, did a little bit of gambling.
We gambled.
Yep.
The very
remember
first thing we did.
the very first
thing
thing
we
I
did.
won a t-shirt.
Yeah, this thing.
So
Yeah, yeah.
very first thing we did, we walked in. There was gambling. I'm like, all right,
Yep.
cool. We got a couple gambling addicts among us.
Among
Yeah.
Us.
We
Aw.
did
Oh.
see it among us.
I didn't see it
did
Among Us.
see
I
it
didn't.
Among Us. Wait, you
Oh,
never?
wow.
You didn't see the Red Among Us?
No, I saw the
Oh, there
Pikmin.
was someone
Oh.
walking around as an Among Us.
Yeah, right
That
among
was-
us, devil horns.
That's when we get separated to get food. So
Yeah, but
there
I was
was
just
a
fanning, and I still saw Among Us later that day. Well, I guess it was that day.
so there was a thing you could spend. It was like $10. You got to do their little wheel or their whatever their
Bingo
bingo
thing.
whatever that bingo thing is called, the bingo cage.
I think it's actually called a bingo cage, by the way.
That's insane.
Sounds about right.
What the fuck?
George won dice.
Yep.
Which is
If
the
anyone
minimum
a
thing you can
t-shirt.
watch. Second,
Anyone a
which is second
t-shirt.
from worst.
That's pretty cool. I won their TV stand. They're like, it's like a horizontal TV stand that you put a TV on,
Well,
and you get to put your D&D map on it, and it's pretty cool.
at first, I think I speak for all of us at least. At first, I thought you won the actual TV.
Yeah, same.
He did point at the TV, but he called it a stand. I was like, why are you calling it a stand? It's a full-on TV. And then he started pointing to like the vertical one. It's like, oh, he won just that part.
Yeah.
Makes sense, which makes sense.
like-
It
I like
does
that.
have-
No, it made sense in hindsight. I was like, you won a TV?
I want a TV.
And then
He was like, oh, so
also-
let me show you what you won. And he's pointing at the TV with like a D&D map show. I was like, are you kidding me?
And it shows
no,
on the roulette wheel. What the fuck, George?
Jay.
I wanted to quietly ask Dustin if this was the game he saw.
Jeez. Georgia, you want to explain what you just posted because it just
No, I never
derailed-
saw this. I never saw Kamikaze Last Planes.
Okay, because this is a visual.
Oh, young
novel.
girls
do
are
us all a
just-
favor and yeah.
Kamikaze what?
Albatross?
Don't ask
Kamikaze
Matt.
Last Planes.
I want to see.
Well, I deleted it.
This is
Georgia, DM
relevant-
me. Georgia, DM me.
I will.
DM it to me right now. Thank you.
This is
I'm
actually
sorry.
relevant to PAX because this
Oh,
is a game
God.
that was demoed at PAX the other day.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I saw this.
Actually, Georgia,
Oh, it actually looks kind of sick.
I actually think
okay,
Georgia,
cool.
I actually think I did see at least the like a sign for it. It sounds to me like it goes a little bit deeper than that, based on how you're reacting to it. But I think I did
Coming
see
spring
this.
2024.
Yeah, if you scroll over to image 6, it gets a little sus.
Hmm.
I'm looking at this.
Boy, this is great for an audio podcast.
Yeah, that was the one that got her reaction out of me.
Anyway, I
It's
won.
actually-
Anyways,
the-
the TV stand.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I won the TV stand. We're like, oh, we're gonna have to play D&D in person now because we got this cool stand. I have to buy a TV for it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, you wouldn't have to buy a TV dedicated for that.
I mean, I think I would overall prefer to not have to. But why would I? I mean, actually, I might have one, but like, I don't know.
Besides,
I
there's no point in worrying about it until we can figure out where we can host things anyway.
Yeah.
True. Also, there's no point in wait a minute until I get a notification that they said that I was gonna get that they got it because they didn't have any more. Is what they said.
Hmm.
They didn't have any like more like.
I
to
think
give.
they made it sound
out.
like it was really difficult to bring it to PAX for some reason or something.
Anyway,
No,
Get
they
delivered, yeah.
No, they said they had a limit. They only brought a couple 2 packs because they didn't think that a lot of people were going to buy them. They ended up buying their whole stock, which is why they have to order some from their warehouse to basically ship back out.
which
Oh, is that what they were saying?
ultimately functions way better. I did not want to carry that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted TV, and I'm like, how the fuck am I going to carry this thing? We gotta get on the train. Give me dice.
I can't bring
not to mention, you would have had to carry a TV in the pouring rain.
I've been like, what the-
Margaritaville.
I was like, what the fuck? What am
Bring
I
it
gonna
to
do here?
Margaritaville.
Mhm.
So I was like, but so when he was like, oh, we're gonna here, give me your information. So I gave him my email and my address. Anything you would need to, basically what you would need to, basically filling out the shipping form.
Yeah.
With the exception of paying for it.
Sit.
And I like they were like, yeah, you'll get it, and I'm like, that's sick.
Have
They
you checked
said
your spam folder, by the way?
I did.
Okay.
They said they were like, oh, when we get back to our Airbnb, we'll ship it out. I don't know if I don't know if it's copium, but I'm just kind of like, well, today was the actual last day of PAX. We're probably busy.
Yeah.
I'll wait until
or they meant their Airbnb in England because I think that's where they're from.
They were British.
Why would they have an Airbnb in England if that's where they're from?
I don't know.
That's also a
Maybe
good point.
maybe they own the Airbnb.
Then they wouldn't call it their Airbnb.
I think they'd call it their house. I don't know. I also realized that if they don't, I have no idea what that thing was called. I don't remember.
Or the company name.
Or the company name.
I
So
might
you may
be
have just
aware-
lost $10.
No. This is what happens. You figure it out, and if they don't send it to them, you contact PAX and be like, "Yo, this is
Could just talk to
fraud."
PAX.
Because
Be
I
like,
mean, if
"Hey."
they didn't send it, that is straight up fraud.
That is straight up fraud.
Yeah, we can also I can also just look at the map and figure out what they're.
And fun fact
I
about
guess so, yeah.
fraud: fraud is illegal.
What?
I know,
way.
hard to believe, but it is true. That
Legalize
is
fraud if
illegal.
it's funny.
True. Legalize fraud if it's funny. Legalize anything if it's funny.
Yeah.
I should be able to rob a bank for the bit.
Yeah.
I believe so. In my heart of hearts, I believe I should be able to rob a bank if it's funny. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll wait until tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll see what happens.
That was mostly PAX.
Yeah.
That was pretty much all of it. They went to Margaritaville afterwards.
Do you,
Which,
do you
you
think,
know,
do you,
The
do
walk
you
that
think,
we talked about.
do you
do I
think
think what?
PAX is really just the friends we made along the way?
I mean,
No,
I can say right now.
I think
if
that is
was
kinda
with
the point
you,
of
I
it.
wouldn't have gone to PAX. Like,
Also, we didn't make any friends. I didn't talk to any new people.
No. I saw people make friends. That was kind
I
of
got
cool and
a
awesome.
I got a card.
You got a card? Oh, you got a card
yeah.
for some YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where that ended up.
oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Next week we're making
it ended
cards
up
for
getting.
the podcast.
I think it ended up getting passed around like 10 times, so I don't know who ended up with it.
I had it at one point, but I gave it to Fanning, I think.
Maybe how.
I think you dropped it when I gave it to you.
You didn't pick it up? No
Dang,
one
I
picked it
don't
up?
know.
Mhm.
That poor guy's YouTube channel. He plays The Sims Racing.
He was funny. I was waiting for what is this, Scepter monitor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scepter. Scepter.
Yeah,
Wait, let me see. Spectra. Because they made my monitor. I'm looking at it right now.
Same.
Yeah.
That's what I just.
that one. So I went to their raffle, like expecting it to be like 20 people, and then realizing it was actually 20,000 people.
I don't know
The
why
entire
you would think that there would only be 20 people in this raffle.
Because they like gave you tickets, and most people that I saw by the booth when I was there were just like scanning the code and then walking away. But you needed to stay and actually like show the dude that you.
Say, oh yeah, you're right. I did see people doing that. They were like, scan and follow us, but you had to show the person
Yep,
that you were following them, and they gave you like physical like raffle tickets.
yep, and they wrote off the physical raffle tickets.
That is true. I didn't know that. I didn't pick up on that until just now. That is kind of how that went.
Yep, which is why I'm like, well, fuck.
I am the only person that knew the rules.
But so they called the raffle, and the entire time the dude's just cracking jokes. He was funny guy. And he's also speaking Spanish at one point, and I'm like, yes.
So was
Oh,
he
the
like
YouTube-
next to you in like while you were watching the raffle, or
Yeah, that's how I got his card.
okay?
Oh, the actual guy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
actual guy from the YouTube channel. He gave okay, now it makes sense.
He gave you his business card.
Yeah, and one of the things that they were raffling off was actually like a. Thanks, Rob.
I didn't think you'd die in one hit.
Yeah. It was a sim racing wheel.
Thanks
and
for the
pedals.
shit.
When I saw it on his card that said Sim Racing, I thought it was the Sims racing game. I thought the Sims had a racing game.
You know, that was
Yeah.
not my first thought.
Damn, shout out to that guy, whoever it is. I don't remember it.
I don't remember the name at all.
We don't have your. I don't think anyone has your card anymore. So sorry.
It was all for naught. That's the risk you take when you're handing out business cards.
Yep.
True.
Oh my god.
Here's the thing, though, is we definitely need to do that next year for the podcast.
Hand out business cards.
And out
Yeah.
business cards.
Yes.
Okay.
Hand out business cards.
Hey, check out my podcast.
God damn.
Oh, what I was going to say about the PAX, though, I have a weird relationship at this point with it.
Yeah.
Part of me says I'm done with PAX. I don't get enough out of it to make it worthwhile. And yet an equal part of me says I wish I'd gone more days. And I don't know how to solve that inner dialogue.
Go to a different convention.
Go to a different convention. Go to Anime Boston.
I think for me the thing is that I wish I had spent more time, like I had said, I wish I'd spent more time doing some of the board game stuff, checking some of that out. But I don't know. I remember it wasn't at PAX. This was something at a different event. I had attended one of the Games Done Quick events.
Yeah.
And at those events, there's a casual gaming room. And I know there's one at PAX as well. Yeah. And I remember I was in the casual gaming room one day. And it was a smaller room. There was probably about 20 to 30 people in the room total. Someone just kind of stood up and said, hey y'all, organizing a Mario Party game. We got open spots. Anyone want in? And I said, you know what? I don't know who the fuck you are. Fuck it, I'm in. I didn't. I was like, I don't know what Mario Party we're playing. And it ended up being, we did 3, Mario Party 3 for the N64. And I wish I remembered. They had introduced themselves and told me what speedrunning community they were in. I'm almost certainly wrong about what game it was. I want to say they speedran Symphony of the Night, Castlevania. But I'm almost certainly wrong about that at this point. But I had so much fun. And I think I wish I had spent more time meeting new people in fun ways like that.
Yeah.
Understand.
So part of me, I remember part of me was thinking, maybe what I do is next year I do one day where I go with everyone and one day where I go on my own. And I don't know if I'll do that. We'll see, but I don't know. It's a weird relationship I have with PAX.
You know, I think I'm thinking about doing the same, but the second day I'll go with your mom instead.
Wow.
He's so disappointed in you, Georgia. He is so disappointed.
So disappointed.
He thought,
damn, I haven't been this disappointed since last night when I was with your mom.
Damn.
The podcast is falling apart, Matt.
Georgia, did you, dude?
Podcast started falling apart.
Georgia just wants to go on his own. So when he falls in love every 30 minutes, he can attempt to woo them.
True.
We're in line for the Larian, the Balder Blade. We are right next to like a
Man, I wish someone
door
would make
that's
a gate.
what?
I wish someone would make a gate. Man named Balder.
Sure.
Man, I wish someone would get me to fucking the
Oh.
Baldur's Gate. We've been trying
Dude,
to get
that was
there for
that's the
months.
closest I've been to Baldur's Gate.
I know.
Anyway, we're right next to like the door. That's like, you know, it looks like it's painted over, but you wouldn't really notice it for the door from far away. They open the door and the people cosplaying Shadowheart and Lae'zel walk out.
Yes.
And I look over at Georgia and he starts like laughing.
Yeah.
Starts like yeah. Instead of doing like a giggle, like oh my god, poor girl, like a giggle, he goes and I'm like, dude, what is up, man? I really, after the picture, I was like, dude, if you were Baller, you would have tried to hover hand the Shadowheart cosplayer. Like, do you like the do you like the head, like you like wrap like you you're gonna like have your arm around them, but it's like clearly hovering, so you're not actually touching them. I was like, dude, if it was you were Baller, you would have done that, and that would have been really funny. But or would have looked really funny.
Mage hand.
But I have a. George, can you post the?
Overhanding.
Can you post the picture that you took on your phone, or the guy took on your phone?
Sure. Which one?
Okay.
He took like 8.
All of them, just so I have things to mess with, because
Right.
I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be funny.
Come back here. Come back here.
Dude, I'm building a house.
Well, we're killing each other.
What are y'all doing?
I am bored and killing myself over and over again.
Oh, lucky you. After PAX, we went to Margaritaville for the first time.
Yeah.
It's semi new at this point in Boston.
I got drunk.
He
Yeah,
got
he did.
very drunk.
That was fun.
Speaking of which, there was
Dude, those drinks were so good though.
they were really good. I could have had that could have downed them down. They were great.
Yeah.
But there was a point after the dinner where Georgia and our friend Dylan, I don't know, you guys came out of the bathroom giggling and laughing, stumbling out.
Oh my god. Yeah, let me
Yeah,
tell
I stepped away, so this is my first time hearing this story.
Yeah, I
Oh,
walked away as soon as I saw that because I'm like, I do not know what they're doing.
Okay, so I guess in your guys' eyes, Dylan and I walk out of the bathroom, walk up the stairs from the bathroom, and are
You're
giggling.
like laughing hysterically, almost falling down the stairs.
Because okay, so
I heard the story. It's good.
So we get up from the table. I have to go to the bathroom. So I go downstairs, get lost for a moment because
It was like a labyrinth down there. going
Yeah,
to
the bathroom. I definitely did
Yeah.
feel like I was entering an area I shouldn't be in.
Because you're immediately next to the
I'm-
kitchen.
Yeah,
I'm
and I'm
really glad that you guys are saying this because I was the first one who went to the bathroom, and I was very confused for a bit. And I didn't want to say anything because I was like, they're gonna make fun of me for saying that I got lost. So I kept my mouth shut. But as soon as I saw Georgia and Dylan come up, they're laughing. I looked at them, I was like, do you guys get lost too? And they're like, yeah, but that's not why they were laughing.
Mhm.
But they were like, yeah, we
Actually,
did, but that's
okay.
not why you're laughing. But yeah, it was confusing.
it was. But so I'm going to the bathroom, the labyrinth. First thing, the lights are off in the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're motion sensor lights. So I go take my position in the urinal. I've got like my hood on because I'm prepared to go outside in the torrential downpour. And someone
Well,
walks.
this is when we just came in, wasn't it?
No, this was as we were leaving, getting
Oh,
ready
was
to
it?
go
Okay.
out.
All right.
So someone walks into the bathroom, goes into the urinal next to me, and I'm like, okay, great. Someone's peeing next to me. Solid.
Took a good look over, saw what they had. You were like, all right, I'm good.
No, I was staring straight at my dong. They were presumably staring straight at their dong. And within 30 seconds of them going, the lights go off in the bathroom. And I'm standing there. My thought is like, what the fuck? I'm going to die here, or I'm going to get assaulted. This is not good. This is not how I want my Margaritaville experience to end.
Why? Why? That doesn't make any sense.
When you're in the bathroom in a vulnerable state like that and the lights go off, you have to assume the worst.
Okay, sure.
I don't think you have to. I think you chose to, but go on.
Hey. So anyways, I'm done with my business. I move and the lights turn back on. And I take a look at the person at the urinal because I'm like, okay, good, they didn't assault me. And I see that it's fucking Dylan also taking a piss. And I go, it's you. And he turns around and he's like, oh my God, it's you.
You were right next to each other. How'd you not know?
Because we didn't look at each other. But the best
You
part
guys entered the restaurant together. And all right, wait, remind me, who went to the bathroom first?
I went first.
Okay, how did Dylan not realize? Did Dylan not? I guess Dylan just didn't know that you had just gone.
Probably not.
I don't know. Y'all are just being.
But
weird.
anyways, so Dylan and I had the exact same thought processes at the exact same time. Because afterwards, we look at each other, we're washing our hands, we're dying laughing because we both assumed that the other person was going to assault the other one when the lights went off, and it turned out it was just us.
That's a weird mind meld to have with someone.
That is weird.
We both just assumed the absolute worst.
You both went for danger when the lights went off, only for it to be the other person in your friend group.
Yep. It was so good. We bonded over that.
That's nice.
We had a moment.
PAX really is about the friends we make along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to the PAX a couple of times, maybe wish I'd went when I was younger.
I think it would have been cool.
Yeah, I think it definitely would be like the time. Like it's still fun now, but it would have been like the time of my life when I was like a teenager.
Yeah, I just wish I wasn't so awkward and just asked people to like, hey, can I take a picture? Like the cosplayers.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels so awkward. Like, hey, I want to take a picture of you.
I don't want
to be on the list.
I was trying to find a YouTuber that I follow who I knew was there, and I couldn't find them.
Well, yeah.
Oh well.
It's not so many Shadow Hearts.
Yeah.
Shut up. I thought you only saw what? You see more than the two? I saw two.
I saw like 5 different ones.
Really?
At
well, you
least.
guys also apparently saw Freerin, and I didn't.
I saw 2 Freerins. I saw 2.
There was a lot of powers.
I did see Powers as well.
Yeah.
Austin?
No, just Powers.
No, our teacher from middle school.
Oh my god.
Huh.
What do you mean by Powers?
The girl from Chainsaw Man with the horns.
Yeah.
Oh, her.
Yeah,
her name's Power.
Yeah, her name is Power, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a bunch of her.
Those.
I saw like one. I wasn't like, is that a Power? I don't know.
I saw some SpongeBob characters. There was a SpongeBob, there's a Sandy, there was a Patrick, and there was
Really?
one Squidward. Yeah, it was right behind us when we were having. I wanted to point it out, but I never. It was right behind us when we were eating lunch.
Well,
Or
me
in
and
front of
Rob
me,
weren't
but
there,
behind you.
so.
Yeah, you guys weren't there. But there was also a Squidward. The Squidward specifically was when he got beat up by the jellyfish. So he was in a wheelchair and it's like all bandaged up.
I saw
That's when I was telling you about Matt when I thought it was Levi at first, but then he put up a jellyfish thing. And I was like,
that whole interaction now makes sense. You said jellyfish, and I'm like, what? What do you mean jellyfish? It's so weird. I had no idea what you meant.
oh.
But now
I found it odd that you never looked behind you, and I was like, oh, there's a guy over there.
That
Sorry,
whole
go ahead.
that now makes sense.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now. I'm glad we
Sorry,
got that
Fanny.
cleared up.
You're saying something, Fanning?
It was gonna be. There was another cosplayer I saw that was like. I saw like a lot of. I feel like. I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah.
I saw a ton of Genshin cosplayers, but that's the norm.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
normal.
I'm not sure if it was Genshin or Honkai Star Rail because that's
I
another
would
gotcha
not
game.
be able to. I would not be able to identify.
I wouldn't know the difference either.
I'm surprised. I think I only saw one Guilty Gear cosplayer. I only saw one Brisket. I did not.
I also saw the Brisket.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
You're right.
I think
All
I
I
saw
know is
her
Brisket anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I would be able to identify another character from Guilty Gear. Actually, no. I would be able to identify the.
Elfelt, right?
Maybe is that the one with the anchor?
Oh no, that's May.
I'd be able to identify the one with the anchor.
What about
Other
that?
than
You should be able to recognize Elfelt,
I don't know who Elfelt is.
the one that was announced at the Game Awards. Pink hair, guitar.
Oh, does she like take her head? She's like. Am I thinking something different?
You think it's something different? I think you
She
think
could,
it's something
she could,
different.
like take her head off or something.
That's a different character. I don't think that's Guilty Gear.
Okay, probably someone else then. Dude, no. I was hoping. I wish I saw the Bracken. Because
Yeah,
that's what I
same.
was. That's what I was thinking would be like the coolest thing is to go as like a enemy from Lethal Company and then like just harass the Lethal Company.
I
cosplayers.
totally only just realized this. I am shocked that we didn't get any Loot Bug Mafia.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, Loot Bug Mafia would be good too.
I didn't see any loot bugs. I saw the Bracken. The Bracken.
Yeah.
Was
Bracken
the Bracken
cosplayer.
I heard there was a Coilhead as well.
I saw someone
didn't-
dressed as the worm.
The worm?
Yeah.
I don't think that was the Earth Leviathan.
Are you sure?
I think that was the Sandworm from Dune.
Are you sure that's not the
Oh,
Doom
okay.
worm, or were there two
was-
worms?
There was definitely a.
I don't know
it was
because you guys
Dune
said the
worm.
Dune Worm had Timothy Chalamet in the back, and the one I saw didn't have Timothy Chalamet in the back.
Didn't have a
I
little
think
guy on it.
It did not have a little guy, but the one I know what I was with him when we saw it.
Yeah,
but
we saw it.
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe they. were
Maybe I don't
people.
know. Granted, I've never seen the physical, the Lethal Company worm, so I
Here's
could
the
be wrong.
thing.
So
if you're gonna be an enemy from Lethal Company, I feel like Loot Bug and Bracken are really Loot Bug and Bracken are like the two
Yep.
ways you go.
yeah,
Yippee!
but with the Bracken, you know, it was like a pretty
mean-
like a. I forgot the word I wanted to use, but like cheap. It was just like,
It
it was a
literally
guy in
just
a morph suit, in a black morph suit with arms sticking out in the
with
back.
like giant like pool noodles sticking out of his back.
Yeah.
He was also wearing a
Oh,
party
okay.
hat, but
It was a budget. It was.
It was
Yeah,
budget,
budget.
yeah.
That's what I wanted to use. Yeah, it was a budget Bracken,
and I
but it
mean,
was still
is
pretty
that-
funny saying it.
Yeah, I wanted to be like, I want to like dress as like a Bracken and then like stalk people dressed as Lethal Company people as crewmates. Are they called crewmates or is that just Among Us?
I've been calling them crewmates because that's what they are.
I think they're
No.
crewmates. Oh, no, they're
Crew
employees.
fellas. Crew
Ah,
fellas.
employees. That's true. That would be true.
Also, I found myself just walking around PAX East, just singing "All My Fellas."
All my fellas.
I found myself singing Buddy Holly.
Dude, I
I
am.
was just about to say the same.
Dude, I am doing such a good job infecting you guys.
It's been stuck
God
in my head for
damn
the past
those
like 2
half
weeks.
Japanese girls.
They do it.
it
They
to
really.
me every time.
They really do it to me every time. Yeah, I got them quoting Pinkerton now.
He's corrupted us.
True.
It's so good.
Who are you? I look just like
I look
Buddy
just
Holly.
Buddy Holly.
I look just like Buddy Holly.
Oh,
Oh,
and you're
oh,
Mary
oh.
Tyler Moore. Let's say hypothetically, I look like Buddy Holly.
Oh, God.